if you want a stress-free life, common sense. Don't run away from common sense. This is what Solomon says. The wise man saves for the future, but the foolish spends whatever he gets. Right now, as I'm speaking, couldn't woman a story and a saving kind of one. And hand to mouth level. And hand to mouth level, there, and found out to me that's going to lend you popo to double my rent. Don't about it, guys. We need to have honest, real, introspective conversation that will change our lives. But, Manakonda, we don't have that capacity to do that. This is the reason why many people, we are in financial mess. And one thing that I want to encourage people weekend is don't prioritize status, prioritize financial freedom. Don't. A number of us, we are really status driven. This is the reason why Muna anokupakira very expensive vehicles on a rented property. Why? I don't show my neighbors I was talking to someone. I don't quit one marry Muna out of Budo Bapokuru. Almost my apartments in town.
20 minutes to 10. Every Wednesday we come your way with some motivation, some inspiration, something to just encourage you to get up from your seat, from being comfortable, and to take charge of your life. And to help us do that, a shot in the arm, just what the doctor ordered, is Advocate Arthur Marara. He is an attorney, best-selling author, human capital trainer, business speaker, thought leader, law lecturer, consultant, and coach. Hey Arthur.
Did say weekend?
Objection, Your Honor.
So apparently that's an American system of doing things.
Here we don't say objection, Your Honor.
No, of course you do object, but you mainly object on technical points. For example, if the evidence that's being laid, let's say for example, it's an application where the other party seems to introduce things that are not in the papers, you can actually object.
And I just want to study law to say objection, Your Honor.
You should actually reach there. So apply this. It would be really, really lovely to see you in class A.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So today we've been running with different hashtags. And hashtag Yanasi, I don't know any violence.
Bvisa Bhutsi.
Quite a hashtag Bvisa Bhutsi.
So true. You know what, Weekend? One of the things that I'm so keen on is to help people live life without stress. And the majority of our stress is actually self-made. Because on Akwanda, I do accept that the realities is very common. And one of the things that people need to understand, the principles that we're sharing here are common sense. Common sense here. The last time I got Safari Kunyara, and to be shocked at the amount of feedback that we got. Because a number of people, they were living for people. Now we want to tell people, Bhutsi. So the story starts with a story that I read somewhere, and I think it really made a lot of sense. It starts in 1888 in Chicago, where a bridge was actually built to connect two parts of the city. So the thinking was by the officials, why don't we come up with a progressive tax where we can tax the rich so that we raise revenue? So the question now becomes, how do you actually get to identify these people so that we can get the money? So this is 1888, by the way, because at such an amazing technology, lots of things are still developing. So because of that primitive level, Yangaribo at that time, they discovered the rich people actually wore shoes. So the way to identify a rich person was to simply look for a person of boots. So they decided to say, whoever is going to cross the bridge wearing shoes is going to pay the tax. So the distinction looked at Mari, I don't pick up boots. Asina boots anachi ana Mari. So when the rich people came to the bridge, do you know what they did? They go Bvisa boots. Walk closer. But it's in a crop here, one. If I don't show the house, will go fire. The poor ones. Do you know what they'll do? They'll even borrow shoes. Because they don't want to appear as if they're poor. And consequently, you'd find that these people would actually be going through the same pay, same level. Why? Because they don't want to appear poor. And this is where the concept is coming from. Kuti, a number of us, the reason why we are where we are, because we are busy trying to keep up appearances. So I want you to think about Bhutsi as something else. Because a number of people are also going to create a Bhutsi in the literal sense. Of course, crew people don't create in the literal sense, but a number of people, they're actually living borrowed lives in order to create an impression of success. a number of people, because they want to appear as if things are actually happening, they even go into debt just to try to impress people.
Hence, fake it till you make it.
Let's tell people, uno nyura and fake it till you make it. You see, if you want to change things, you don't have to fake things. You need to face things. Face things and you change them. So you don't have to fake it till you make it. You need to face it till you change it. Why is it in Zimbabwe weekend? It's never celebrities in courts akawanda who are broke. But out there, can I go into Instagram? Because the obsession, they're Bvutsi. Because everyone wants to see me, they have to see me as if my life is at this particular level, when in reality, it's not. So this is the mistake we turn on Rwanda. We want to spend money like rich people when we're not rich. We want to appear as if we've arrived, yet we've not even started the journey. And this is the reason a number of people right now, they're in mess. And I want to tell you something very real. Do you know, Vegan right now is up speaking? Because my brother Ake, I also want to know, I stay in X suburb, I stay in X direction, and for them to change that reality, guys, they don't want that. Look at guys, Bvisa Bhutsi, adjust, it doesn't say. And you see, when we tell people these things, because I don't care. They think it's they think and so forth. But the reality, Vikendi, is you know your own reality.
I think also sometimes the problem is when you try to fit into a clique.
You're right.
Maybe wealthy people, rich people, and for you to fit in, you have to portray or project a different lifestyle. And it's not about pressure. In Butamba Wega sometimes, balance.
You see, one of the things that we need to actually encourage people is learn to remove yourself from environments that put you under unhealthy pressure.
Yes.
Pressure is good,
Very.
But the pressure has to be healthy. Every time I'm demanding answers, how far? Where are you? This is 2020. We are approaching March. What were your goals? Papi. That's healthy pressure. But pressure will spend the house in that's useless pressure.
Popping bottles, Basinamari. Don't play with those people.
I don't know who told people that champagne is a symbol of wealth. It's not.
Champagne.
It's not. It's not. You see, a number of times we don't even realize this thing. That the rich, they actually stay rich because they don't spend the way we spend. But the poor get poor because of spending habits. Simple. So, some people, our lives, we've structured our lives in a way, other people, they've structured their lives in a way, so, one stream of income or no stream of income, I don't spend like 7 streams of income. The part of the guys, we need to sit down with ourselves and have honest conversations with yourself. Because you see, my problems, I wonder if Satan in the way. That's why I talk in this book. No one is coming. Stop blaming the devil. Autorina inorizika mari yacho ndoparoti weekend ukanyanya uda kutiraramira nokutiifadza ndoona kuti Bvisa ndionopera takambozotaura neadvice kuti unoroyerwa mahara nevaroyi kusaidhuka vachifunga kuti mwana wazvo zvirotodi zviri kumufambira iwe usina. So I'm asking people this time to let's do a 360 check into life. Life yako is sustainable here. Is this really manageable? Takambotaura last time kuti if you cannot pay 3 months rentals using what you already have right now, you're staying in the wrong neighborhood. Because now, wakurambira kubudamba mekambani ndo ma symptoms ekusakwana buda imba yavanhu dzosara nomota dzavo Bvisa Bhutsi and what Bvisa Bhutsi gets to terms reality. Guys, don't live where chimbori. I'm not saying don't dream, I'm saying be real. We're going to go broke trying to appear as if we're not broke. Nobody chimbo reality level. For me to be able to build going up there, I need to have a very solid foundation, and that foundation is built on being real, on being practical. To realize, guys, I'm starting that sugar uko. Right now, Vikendi, I want you to notice this. Every term, I'm from Tanga school fees. Right now, I don't know. School fees. school fees weekend is not an emergency. It's, I know, but 9 months pregnant. Akuna numbe non's emergency. Une 9 months of plan in a few days. Une time yakawandisa. But you see, a number of us were struggling we're failing to be real. We're failing to be very honest with ourselves. And guess what? Learn to be real and honest and I'm sorry. Full stop. But you see, a number of us were justifying nonsense. Not justifying nonsense, we even to call it a lifestyle. And was on the last time store and no one's what up put a shiny sorry to noise out with Timbos to pay marry.
I got audit. So take surgery.
She want to manage the level of humility. You know, I wonder. After I stop the tomorrow, they come better. I have one Bvisa boots now because it's piper. Don't guys. As long as we're still doing things for people, when you wake up every day, the first person that should be on your mind is you. Don't think about me. Don't think about the next person. Think about you. Then be at peace with my decisions. Realize that when you sleep, right now, and it's king size bed. Maybe next week. By the way, next week that's why I don't go ready say no time, farm chop. So I'm asking people, learn to even ask for better financial advice. Guys, these are the little resources that I have. What can I do with the little resources? Unorarama vikende. Unorama, because I believe when it comes to money, it's either you're making money or you're not. If you're not making money, as if we make money. But a number of people are this is the reason I notice some very funny decisions and so forth. So encouragement there to let's sit down with ourselves and let's ask ourselves conversations and questions that will change our lives.
Got a message here saying that yes, you may be right at that directed to you, but you also need to accept that people have different tastes and having those makes them happy.
Can I tell you one thing? And now more about my testing. The question is, can I afford your test?
Yeah.
Again, and I would if someone will go to 5,000, and if you can afford 5,000, don't wrong, if you can afford $10,000 a term, what are the boss there? The problem, you are forcing it as you. Problem one, and this is the challenge in our we don't think sustainability. We can do you know when you're setting your lifestyle, it's a lifestyle in a way that won't traumatize them. Traumatizing they could iwewe. One day you know what? You have to be forced to adjust to the man. What's more traumatic? Could be someone from this level, or at this level, can be from this level, one quiz. So a number of us were actually setting up our children for heartbreak. Why? Because to appear as if famba. Yeah, so have your tastes, make your decisions, but the question is, are they sustainable? By the way, I'm not actually prescribing what you do with your money, but I'm saying if you want a stress-free life, common sense, don't run away from common sense. This is what someone says: the wise man saves for the future, but the foolish spends whatever he gets. Right now, as I'm speaking, couldn't woman I stood around and saving kind of one and hand to mouth level. And the hand to mouth level there, and found out to meet us rent. Don't about it, guys. We need to have honest, real, introspective conversation that will change our lives. But Manakonda, we don't have that capacity to do that. This is the reason why many people we are in financial mess. And one thing that I want to encourage people, Weekend, is don't prioritize status, prioritize financial freedom. Don't. A number of us, we were really status driven. This is the reason why Muna Anokupakira very expensive vehicles on a rented property. Why? I don't show my neighbors. I was talking to someone. I don't quit one marine apartments. Hey, so Munwesa I should go for I had to pack all latest E-class use number places and so forth. But in reality, you don't know what people are actually going through. The guys, it's really good to desire, to dream of having an amazing life, a phenomenal life, and all other things. But we need to stay real. Ukaona wako kwereta marriage to sustain a lifestyle, you're in trouble. Bvisa boots, be real. Right now, you'll be shocked at the amount of my fake brands are going to Monano Tingra Louis Vuitton, yes, of a status, $10. What's that? You want Louis Vuitton things about Sabiri. Louis Vuitton don't think about a website, a Gucci t-shirt. I was doing some research out of curiosity. On average, you're talking about $800 for one t-shirt. 800.
Yeah.
You was $5. Oh, I think guys, be real. What then make it your goal. If you want to afford that lifestyle, work on it. And once you work on it, guess what? It becomes normal. And once it becomes normal, guess what? You only never know. So the part
Got a message here. If you're just tuning in, it is Star FM sounding good all the time. We're also live streaming on the Star FM Facebook page with Advocate Marara, and the hashtag is hashtag Bvisa Bhutsi. And what Advocate is saying is very true. I want to live the life of pleasing people. Diganyura at the end, people should just live their lives. No nyura.
Can I say one thing? A number of people, they're actually going to laugh at you. Nyura. One order please a weekend. They're so busy with their lives. This is the reason why Chirogans why does kind of it's kind of in a lifespan. It's just 2 weeks. Yeah, weekend house that. Guess what? They forgive you by default. Why? Because people move on. Move on, you stop living for people. You wake up every day, you decide, no, this is what I'm going to do, this is what I can afford, I'm going to do the most with what I have. You live a stress-free life. Thanks for that kind feedback, guy.
Yeah, I'm just going to take another one. Saying, hi, V Candy and Advocate. My husband, Yangu Diaz, and Gans, we see my life is serious, and I know Garain is chasing to say because Kutara Naya and we see that it tell me that no shikira.
In fact, one of the things you can actually do for your husband is to actually forward this audio. So that ambulance is like, guys, that's what I point weekend. Do you know why Kune Ferrari, why Kune Honda Fit? Mazera. A Honda Fit. One of those is a fuel. But can one Ferrari which thought at petrol no dura no kwana. Ugabuka Mercedes and you say service no dura no kwana. Because I was client yavo, because the client yavo, one was locked I chemi January disease. Client yavo I save him a service. So that was great can do when I go college. I don't want to hustler. The next thing I know is to run a beast, which is supposed to be taking money from him. I still won't get marry. And because of that, those are not new. I'm sort of ones know doubting somebody. I and Quazama parts, and Quazama. Do you know a number of people we walk into mess with our eyes wide open? To not pinda. Why? Because we almost get sharp. Don't guys, which finds an effort to be in a certain place outside of sugar. The moment you can watch sugar, is normal. Don't I not talk about iPhone is not airtime. You know think Roma bundles in WhatsApp here. Don't to write it sign you put side to see quaco. Chinicha Gadrom Nascating in my bundles. Gadrom Natica data 25 gig, 50 gig. Can all over directions of Moon to offer. You know what to be a location. Don't read why. Iwe will know to put Zimoscana Putanatumbo Gazra. How see we Tanga on Shikira. Can I say Shika? Can I visit boots? Can I speak boots to Norarama? To Shika level E, where we can actually get to that life that we want. It's not normal.
Yeah, very true.
We can not corroborate them. Ntondo, wanakoroma. Pana mnaontea right now. Unasukure rent. Right now, landlord okato kuna matero to pay point you. Right now, kuna mna autobuzwa school fees last 3 terms. So far, and no, we're having financial attack. We're really working on our liquidity. No, things have been really hard at bottom, but I'm quite hopeful. Set my decisions based on hope. I hope I'll get money. I hope I'll get money. You have no business being all over transaction. Say that now. Bvisa Bhutsi. Do you know Bvisa Bhutsi is simple? But what got story now? So it's okay, it's fine. By the way, you can't control what people say. So as long as you understand that you can't control what people say, you rather mind your business. Walk barefooted. One day unoshika. But when I wonder what my life it will catch up with you one day. So, Bvisa Bhutsi.
Hashtag Bvisa Bhutsi.
So, Bvisa Bhutsi. You know what? Kana uchinyara kutama sebabhu yakugara maskati tama usiku. Rocho katira kutamba manheru. Ngina kuze. Ongoti ndatransfer yona basa. Ati nobody go Bvisa Bhutsi koko. Kusvika kana zva normal. Zvinooneka zvega shanga.
It's better kubva usati wanyura. Washandisa mari iyoyo for something else as capital to start something.
Sure. It's actually better kubva pane kubviswa.
Yes.
It's better to evict yourself than to be evicted. That's why one of my newspapers evicted. Guys, thank you so much for inviting me, Vikendi.